All right, we are going to the frozen north to one of the greatest voice actors literally on the planet. And one of my favorite people on the planet, Amanda Sellers. Amanda, you are up with David.
Lamborghini, etc. And my favorite quote is by Carl Sagan, which is somewhere something incredible is waiting to be known. So that's part of being a creative, right? You're always thinking outside the box, trying to be like, oh, what's different? What does this brand need? So I'm curious, when you're working for someone like Revlon or big brands and, you know, they have all the corporate rules and everything, where are you getting your inspiration from? And like, how are you pushing the edges? And like, where are you drawing, like how to be different, but not too different? Like, what inspires you?
Totally. Well, one of the things that I found, this seems to be highly acceptable to everybody as a basic premise. So I start with this. It's like I say, you know what? We have two pathways. One, we could be great, but ordinary. I mean, great in terms of ordinary, as like we're expected. We're still playing in the box. They kind of like there's not a lot of surprise. And why be ordinary when we can be extraordinary? And just asking that one question, why be ordinary when we could be extraordinary? Skips the, oh, well, we're scared. We don't want to push the envelope, but we don't want to. We want to be too. We don't want to be too fringe. We don't want to be too this. We want to do. Just that one. Why be ordinary? Everybody else is doing ordinary, and they're doing various degrees as ordinary. Some are doing ordinary pretty damn well. But is that going to be the lever big enough for us to make the move that we want to make in the marketplace? That tends to open the door to people to go, okay, that's an opportunity that we're willing to actually entertain.
And then where do you get your ideas from? Like, you're obviously really creative and you're an artist, but like, where are you looking? What are you thinking? Like, where do these downloads come from? I find it quite fascinating.
Oh gosh, that's a damn good question, girl. Good question. All right, so I'm going to try and give you something useful here. Everywhere. I thrive on the magic. I thrive on the thing that gets me to do a double take. I thrive on the thing that gets me to stop in my car, get out of my car, and take a photograph of it. I thrive on the thing that makes me laugh, makes me smile. So that's me. So I would kind of go, if you're kind of like, I would say, if you were finding, I'm not getting lit up a lot. I'm just not a lot of sparks. It's like, okay, what gets your sparks? What starts to light your fuse? What it's like, maybe it's a restaurant, maybe it's a concert, maybe it's a this, maybe it's a that. What's the thing? And all in pursuit of being able to like light your fire so that you can start outputting some of that kind of magic and asking questions like, why the hell not? And having a really clear, again, I do go over this in brand invention with this element, these columns. There's only two columns in life. There's the known, there's the predictable, there's the expected. Then there's the unknown, the unpredictable, the unexpected. It's that second column gets us to go, whoa, that was amazing. That was incredible. Because good is a letdown. Meeting expectations is the worst. To me, meeting expectations is failure. It's like it's failure. It's like, well, we saw it coming. There wasn't a surprise. Surprise me, delight me, light me up. Does that help?
Yeah, I love it. Thank you so much.